Welcome to my channel. My name is Vicky. For those who do not know me, welcome to my channel, Live Life, a Life Will Live You. So on yesterday, I spoke about the holidays, how we can have the holiday blues. And I want to elaborate a little bit more on the holiday blues. When we are feeling some type of way, or we're feeling vulnerable, needing someone to spend that holiday with, we begin to really not think things out, because most of the time we're thinking about our loved ones who have passed away. We're thinking about the holidays that we can't spend with them. Then the depression and the sadness will come over, just try to overwhelm us and take us over. But also, I want to elaborate on being aware of those who are surfing the internet to find people like us who are vulnerable at this season, at this holiday, to spend a holiday with somebody. It could be your significant other, it could be a cousin, a family member, your mom, your dad, someone that that you can spend your time with and your holiday with, and you don't want to be alone, you don't want to feel that you're alone. So it came to mind to write down some things to share with you guys, to be aware, because I have moved to another city, from one city to another, and I don't have any family here. And the enemy try to step in and say, hey, you need to spend your time with somebody. You need to find somebody and share your holiday with. Your mom gone, your dad gone, so your brothers are, a distance, and your kids are a distance, and you need to be with somebody. And I thought about how the enemy will say all these things in our mind just to make us feel down. We are already feeling, some of us, overwhelmed because of the loss that we have experienced over the holidays or before the holidays. And during this time of season, we think about our loved ones who have passed away, someone who holds dearly to our hearts. And that's enough to deal with, going through the holidays. But I've written some down about when we go through the holidays, people begin to surf the internet more and more, social media more and more, looking and finding and trying to search someone that they can probably spend their holidays with, because they simply don't want to be alone. That's not a good idea. So I'm going to just say that off the top. It's not a good idea. And if you are in a vulnerable relationship and this person know that you have lost everything, lost your parents, lost your son, your daughter, lost someone very dear to you, then that puts them in a position to where they can use that manipulation spirit to say, okay, you don't need to be alone, you need to be with me. But I want to bring this to some of you guys' attention, to be aware of those who pretend that they really care for you, or they surfing the internet looking for relationships in this season. They looking and surfing for someone who is weak at that moment, who is overwhelmed of the loss. So they surfing the internets and looking and watching and see who they can pick up. They just like a prowler. You know, a prowler is always watching for their next prey. I'm going to put it that way. So a prowler always watching for their next prey. And it's some signs to notice when someone is preying on you, especially at this vulnerable time in your life, and you're already overwhelmed. Listen to the words. It's particular words that they use. And if we give out too much information to someone we may meet over the internet or social media, and we give out too much information quickly, because everything that sounds good is not good. And everyone that contacts you through Messenger or DM you, it's not good. It's always, most of the time, 99.9, it's a motive behind that. So be aware of the words that they are using, and things to be aware of when you are in a season such as this. Don't tell everything to a person when you first meet them. Get to know them. At least if you want to date them, try to at least date them for 6 months. A lot of people say, well, a month, let's go out and let's have some drinks and let's have a good time. Well, you actually really don't know that person in a month. It's gonna take a while. And while you are messaging back and forth, because I don't advise someone who just met someone to hurry up and rush to meet them in person, only because of safety precautions, and only because you want to shelter yourself. You've been damaged enough. You've been hurt enough. You've been going through some things enough. So don't be in a rush. Don't be in a hurry. Just talk and chat over the phone. I don't advise texting. When you see a person just constantly texting and they say they prefer texting than over the phone, or they don't have time to talk on the over the phone, their life is too busy for that, so we'll just text. It's something behind the texting, okay? If a person never wants to pick up the phone where you can hear their voice, and they constantly texting you, be aware of things like that. Also, if you do not meet them, I don't advise you to hurry up and meet them, but at least do FaceTime. If you can FaceTime, or if you can just see their face. It's so many sites out there that you can call them up and FaceTime them and see their face, and it will let you know that, hey, I am talking to the person I met online. Yes, his or her face is matching up with the picture. Yes, the voice is matching up over the phone. Okay, now it's time to start asking questions. And while you having them on this FaceTime, kind of look around in the background and see if you see anything unusual or out of place. You want to look for pictures. You want to look for clothes that is not his or hers. You want to look for toys and different other things. And, of course, we never know. Somebody might pass through in the background, like my background. Somebody might pass through, but ain't nobody here but me, praise God. So you don't want to give out too much information. Don't give out too much information, but get to know a person. And I have written these things down here on paper, so that's why I'm looking back and forth. So give out very little